Hi everyone, I'm Anthony. Welcome to the Nerdy Harry channel's 31 Days of Horror Reviews. Okay, so I failed at the 31 consecutive days of horror reviews because, honestly, wow, that's really tough. But I got 9 days in a row, so we're on to episode 10. So we'll just call this the Days of Horror Reviews. That being said, let's get started. In this episode, I'm talking about the 1993 cult classic, Hocus Pocus. Now, we're actually doing a little contest on our Nerdy Harry channel Facebook page. Right now, we're doing the best Halloween movies, and Hocus Pocus has made it to the final four. Actually, Hocus Pocus has been pretty much killing everybody, every movie that they face. In each round, so they're now in the semifinals. So if you haven't seen that yet, get on over there, make your vote, and try to get them to the finals and possibly to win. Okay, so on to the movie. This movie is truly a cult classic. I'd say most of the people, I mean literally most of the people I know and talk to have this in their top 3 for Halloween movies, and really in their top Halloween movie. It stars Bette Midler, the very multi-talented Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and also Kathy Najimy. Now, they play the Sanderson sisters. And oh, actually I wanted to throw in there, Kenny Ortega, who directed Hocus Pocus, actually also directed all the High School Musical movies. So for you Disney fans out there, bah, Kenny Ortega info. But if you didn't want to know, I'm taking it back. Alright, that being said, so anyways, a couple of interesting facts I wanted to throw out there about the movie. Well, actually, let me just go ahead and say, I love this movie too. Now, my wife really loves this movie. This may be actually at the top of her Halloween list. Actually, I'm almost 100% sure of that. And so, I love this movie too. You know, it's really funny. It's very family oriented. Like, you can watch it with your family, which is really cool too. You know, you sit down with kids and just enjoy this movie. You know, this is not like it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and you go, hey kids, let's watch Leatherface. No, this is the Sanderson sisters, and you can watch them because it's very lighthearted and it's got some adult humor in there. Sarah Jessica Parker riding in the bus driver's lap. Oh, speed bump. Okay, wow, that even when I still see that, I'm like, oh, wow, Disney, whoa. Okay, but it's also still got a lot of kids stuff in there as well, you know, so it's for, you know, every adult or kid that can enjoy this movie. So a couple of things I wanted to throw out there about Hocus Pocus. Now, I could tell you all about the movie, but you've probably already seen it, so let's just get to the cool facts. So, one thing I thought was really cool, you know, I'd always thought it was Zachary Binks, right? No, it's not. It's Thackeray, Thackery, Thackeray Binks. Now, a couple little interesting facts about Thackeray Binks. The kid who plays, you know, Thackeray, in the movie is Sean Murray. Now, Sean Murray, little did you know, has been on CSI for the past, well, I don't know, 10, 13 years? I don't know, whatever. But he's actually on CSI, the guy who played Thackeray. Now, the interesting thing about that is, though, the guy who, Sean Murray, who plays Thackeray as the actor, is not the same person who does the voice of Thackeray the cat. That is Jason Marsden. And Jason Marsden was in a ton of TV shows in the 90s. He's done a ton of voice work for cartoons. He actually has a really big resume now for voice work. He's been on Full House. He's been on Boy Meets World. He's always that guy, you know, the boyfriend on the sitcom, or the best friend or whatever, the smart aleck best friend. So anyways, I thought that was really interesting about, you know, the character Thackeray. So moving on. Okay, so also, I wanted to say that, throw in that there was actually 9 different cats that played Binks, the cat Binks. So that's kind of weird, you know, like 9 cats, 9 lives. That's probably nothing, and this is probably pointless. So, move. Another thing that I thought was really interesting, the role of Max actually originally they really wanted Leonardo DiCaprio to play that role of Max, and they actually supposedly offered a ton of money for him to play this role, which was actually originally going to be a Disney original movie, and they realized, okay, this can be really big, so they decided to make it, release it in theaters, make it a theatrical movie. But anyways, Leonardo DiCaprio turned down the movie. Shortly thereafter, actually took What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and his career just, I'm kidding, he's just been doing nothing but going up for his entire career. Okay, but that being said, so that's just a couple things that I wanted to throw in there about Max. I also wanted to mention Billy Butcherson. You know the scene where he has the moss come out of his mouth? Those are actual real moths. They actually had put a device in his mouth, and I'm wondering how many times I can say actually. So, actually, just get it out of my system. Okay, but those are, see, I almost did it. Those are real moths that are coming out of Billy Butcherson's mouth. They put a device inside his mouth that held the moths. So when he opens his mouth, those are real moths that come out. A couple other things that I wanted to throw in there as well. Kathy Najimy, who plays one of the Sanderson sisters, was actually originally, they wanted Rosie O'Donnell to play in her part. But she didn't want to do the role, and they got Kathy Najimy. Now, Kathy Najimy, you may remember from, at the time, Sister Act was probably the thing I think I most remember about Kathy. Of course, Sarah Jessica Parker, you know, from like almost every single 80s movies. And it's, like I said, you know, Bette Midler as well. She's got her little song and dance in the movie, so that stands out to a lot of people as well, because, you know, Bette's, as I stated before, multi-talented, so why not take advantage of that? And you can have her sing and act in the movie. So, boom, you know, you get all these delicious little things that she can do, and you're like, hey. Okay, so probably the older generation is going to notice the cameos in the movie. Now, I don't mean older generation like, you know, 70s and higher. I mean, you know, adults are probably going to know who the big cameo is in the movie with Gary Marshall and Penny Marshall, who they go to Satan's house, and his wife, and the married couple, the old married couple whose house they go to. Gary Marshall, who plays the devil, you may remember, actually, well, you may not remember, but he directed Pretty Woman. He directed, what else do I got there? Oh, Princess Diaries, Happy Days, and also Penny Marshall. If you don't know who Penny is, Penny's just done like almost everything. Laverne and Shirley, obviously, which she acted in. She also directed A League of Their Own, Big, Awakening. So she's kind of done like everything as well. So it's really interesting that the brother and sister are playing this old married couple in the movie. So there you go. Okay, guys, so that's all I have for Hocus Pocus. It's just a great movie. You know, I could tell you about all the scenes in the movie that are great. But really, you know, you already know those scenes. You know how great they are. I just wanted in this episode to kind of give you some fun little facts that maybe you didn't know. And I hope, you know, maybe you know more about the movie and can find it more interesting the next time that you watch it. And I'm also noticing that, wow, I use my hands a lot. Do I do this in every video? Okay, so let me try this. Hands behind my back. Alright guys, this is killing me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to do a few more fan favorites and favorites of my own. I wanted to move my hand and go like this, but I won't. But I'll try to do a couple more before Halloween gets here. I can't wait to do another episode, and I move my hands and I don't care. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!
Bubble, Bubble, I'm in trouble.